Humoral immunity secretes antibodies to fight against antigens, whereas cell-mediated immunity secretes cytokines and no antibodies to attack the pathogens. The humoral immunity is rapid or quick in their action against antigens, while the cell-mediated immunity show delay though permanent action against any pathogens. Difference between humoral and cell-mediated immunity. The primary difference between them is the mechanism of immunity, where the humoral immunity produces antibodies against the antigens which are present outside the infected cells or free circulating in the blood. Cell-mediated immunity works inside the infected cells, where it destroyed the pathogens or microorganisms by the process of lysis by the releasing cytokines. Humoral immunity shows quick response against the pathogens, while cell-mediated immunity is slow in action. Both the type are part of the adaptive immune system. Our immune system provides the protection and resistance against the infectious disease, which is offered by the host cell present in the body. The immune system has complex networks of the molecules, cells and their interactions are designed to eradicate the infectious organisms from the body. Immunity or immune system is divided into two types: innate and acquired or adaptive immunity. The innate immunity works as defensive barriers and represents the capability of the organisms to protect against any disease. On the other hand, the acquired immunity represents the most potent line of defense mechanisms in the body, which is known for identifying and destroying the specific pathogens or any foreign particles which are harmful to the body. In this content, we will be studying the humoral and the cell-mediated immunity, which is the part of the adaptive or acquired immunity. We will also focus on the points on which these terms distinguish, with a brief summary. Humoral immune response or antibody-mediated response is associated with the B cells, where the role of these cells is to identify the antigens or any foreign particle that are present in the circulation in blood or lymph. This immune response is also assisted with helper T cells, which along with the B cells get differentiated into plasma B cells that can produce antibodies. As soon as B cells produce antibodies, they will bind to an antigen, neutralize them and causes phagocytosis or cell lysis. The antigen is the foreign particle, which is usually a carbohydrate or a protein that triggers an immune response, but above that our body has tremendous capability to identify the antigens. Any kind exposure of antigens leads to the development of secondary immunological response, which increases the level of the immune response. The immunoglobulins or antibodies mediate the humoral immunity. These are a particular group of proteins produced by the B lymphocytes. T lymphocytes assist the cell-mediated immunity or cellular immunity. In this type, cytokines have released that help to activate the T cells, which further destroys the infected cell. Likewise, the B cells, T cells originate in bone marrow but matures in the thymus and later gets circulate in the bloodstream and lymphoid tissue. The antigen present on the surface of the antigen-presenting cells with the abnormal major histocompatibility complex proteins. Abnormal or aberrant MHC molecules are formed from the antigens which have been destroyed or broken down, or from any infected virus, or from tumor cells that are actively producing foreign proteins. Now helper T cells release the cytokines that will activate the T cells, which will recognize the aberrant MHC antigen complex and will bind to it and differentiate into cytotoxic T cell. After this, cell will undergo lysis. The humoral immunity is associated with the B lymphocytes and is responsible for destroying the pathogens by producing antibodies against it. Whereas the cell-mediated immunity is associated with the T lymphocytes and is responsible for the destroying the pathogens or microorganism which have invaded the cells without producing antibodies. Humoral immunity is intimately associated with B lymphocytes, T lymphocytes, and macrophages. On the contrary, the cell-mediated immunity is associated with T lymphocytes, helper T cells, natural killer cells, and macrophages. Humoral immunity plays a major role in recognizing antigen or any foreign particle and in producing antibodies against it. It is known for working against extracellular pathogens. Cell-mediated immunity is related to T lymphocytes, which work by identifying viruses and microorganisms, thus destroying them by the cell lysis or phagocytosis or pinocytosis. It is known for working against intracellular pathogens. From the above content, we came to know about the few though critical differences between the two types of the active immune system, which are a humoral and cell-mediated immune response. We concluded that both the types of immunity differ in the process of destroying the pathogens, where antigen-specific antibodies are produced rapidly against the antigens, while in cell-mediated immunity the pathogens are destroyed through cell lysis. If you are looking to avoid getting sick or avoid catching flu, click the link in the description below to grab your free copy of a secret guide which unveils how you can boost your immunity with just a simple weird little trick. If you have found this video helpful, please like this video. It really means a lot to us. And if you think it might help one of your friends, don't be shy and share this video with them as well. That way, we all can help people we care about to live happier life. Make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to receive more informational videos that will improve your health and lifestyle. Thank you for watching this Boost My Immune System After Chemo Power video, and we will see you on our next video.